One of the best books I've read recently on effective communication and presentations is The Compelling Communicator by Tim Pollard. Pollard states that the reason so many people communicate badly is because they don't understand exactly how the brain processes information. And he starts the book with a very insightful message that, if you implement it in your presentations, would indeed make you a compelling communicator. He says, powerfully land a small number of big ideas. Hello, I'm Janice, presentation skills trainer and coach based in Madrid, and I help non-native speakers of English develop the skills and mindset they need to become excellent and, above all, confident presenters. So let's unpack the statement, powerfully land a small number of big ideas, understand how it's related to the brain, and see how we can apply all this to our presentations. Pollard's book is about creating the content of your presentation that allows your messages to stick. Your presentation messages can't be acted on if your audience can't remember them. If we're talking about understanding and memory, we're talking about how the brain processes and stores information. And the fact is, the brain is simply not very good at storing and processing facts, details, and numbers. However, it is good at dealing with ideas. We live in a world of information overload. The way that our evolved brain deals with this is to look for ways to reduce this information to its simplest and most concise form. We could say the brain is reductionist. If the brain is reductionist and wants to boil down information to its core ideas, then obviously the presenter who presents at the level of ideas is more likely to be heard and understood than one who communicates lots of complex data and facts. So how can we effectively land a small number of ideas so our audience remember our presentation message? Here are some tips to do that. Firstly, remember KISS, keep it short and simple. Don't overload your presentation with too much information. Less is more. Focus your main idea on solving a problem that the audience has. Organize your presentation using what Pollard calls the planned outcome structure. This is about being clear about what you want your audience to do at the end of the presentation, then understanding what the audience need to believe to do what you want them to do, providing them with insights, and then supplying data and facts only to validate and prove those insights. Incorporate stories and personal anecdotes that your audience can relate to. Ensure that your points connect logically from one point to the next. Start the presentation with something very relevant to your audience's problem and something that's emotionally engaging for them. Speak with simple language, short sentences, pauses, and limited jargon. Forget the complex language. And the last tip, use visuals that complement your narrative and help your audience to understand your points. However you plan and structure the content of a presentation, don't forget that presenting ideas rather than numbers and details will make the audience remember your messages more easily because that's what the brain prefers, ideas. So prioritize ideas over details, focus on a handful of critical insights that strongly support your ideas and drive action. Remember the advice of Tim Pollard, powerfully land a small number of big ideas.